Well, hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we are going to put together another AW build here to try to make it through the game. So, obviously, AW is critical hit chance, critical damage. I have the monocle because I don't have anything here that's melee, otherwise I'd probably be using Dark Katana. We've got Bolt Rail, because, I mean, why not? Frost Feints, because it's going to distract enemies away from me, and I think that's important. Distortion Beam, because and we've got ourselves the Buzzsaws. Now, I'm going to be completely on the level with you guys. I've been trying hard to get a run of this together that doesn't suck, but I don't know, I've not been doing well playing Wizard of Legend lately. Pardon me. And I don't know if that's strictly due to the idea that I've been playing so much One Step from Eden lately, which, by the way, if you haven't played that game, definitely comes off highly recommended. Definitely one of the best games that 2020 has managed to produce so far. I say definitely give that game a shot. It's available both on Steam and on the Nintendo Switch. My only gripe with the Nintendo Switch version is that the updates are coming just a little slower than I would like. Damn spikes. So whereas One Step from Eden on Steam is currently at version, I believe, 1.3 something, if I'm not mistaken, on the Switch it's still on 1.0.2. I don't know, I think it's because of Nintendo's kind of long vetting process for these things. But it just comes off in Aqua Beam, huh? Okay, hard to turn that one down. That spell is a game changer. Ooh, you son of a... Fine, let me get in there with the lightning then, get jerk. But, yeah, just be aware of that, because even though the game is really good and it's great to have on the go, as, you know, most games are, honestly, I do think it's a little strange that the devs haven't been able to get out any updates on the Switch yet, even though they've been able to get out, you know, 3 for Steam. I don't know if, again, I don't know if that's a thing with the devs or if that's... Sorry, I'm trying not to die here. Or if that's more about Nintendo's long vetting process when it comes to putting out updates. Which, to be fair, it isn't just Nintendo, it's kind of a console thing. What do we have here? Wouldn't mind picking up Catalytic Vial. But yeah, I don't think that's just Nintendo. I think most of the big platform holders actually have kind of long vetting processes for updates. I've just heard that when it comes to that sort of thing, Nintendo is notoriously bad, which makes me think that either their update vetting process is slower than most of the others, or perhaps it's just that they're more strict and strenuous. Now, considering that Nintendo is not on the strict censorship bandwagon that Sony is on, I don't think that that's necessarily the case. But, again, I could be wrong about that. I know right now, developing and getting games on Sony's platform is a bit of an odd mess. And for one, there's their very strict censorship policies about what they'll even put on their platform in the first place. But then there's the incongruity of what they'll put on their platform, because they have games like... Oh, there's the one I don't know how to pronounce. Some of you probably already know what I'm talking about. But then there's things like Life of Black Tiger and those weird, like Dark Souls if it were made by a toddler games. Again, I don't know their names because I tend not to commit things to memory that make me have an aneurysm, but Sony's got something weird going on. And I think just because they know that they're probably the most popular platform holder right now, they feel as though they can get away with some very sketchy games for their platforms. And by platforms, of course, I mean platform, because it's not like they're doing anything with the PSP, which, of course, has been dead for a while now, so... I'm sure some people will disagree, but I mean, I'm sorry, the PSP was never in a great position. And you put the limited edition robe. I don't know if it's going to be great for me, but I mean, I'll take it. I suppose that means that things like Vampire's Fangs would actually be worthwhile right now. Because no hit would ever be able to go above 30 damage. That is, of course, assuming I get Vampire's Fangs. Right now, no hit can go above 50 damage, and that's not restricting much, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, what do we got here? Is this Shockwire? I don't care about Shockwire. Sorry. Yeah, there's nothing here that's really catching my interest. Yes, yes, I hear you over there, birds. Cecil, is that you? Yeah, you, buddy? Alright, I'm not sure if I'm going to need the extra money from Kremire, but... Okay, that is Cecil, okay. I was wondering. What's up, pal? What's up? You feel lonely over there? You got Riku to keep you company. You know, while I'm doing my recording. Really, Lancer? Really? All right. You want to play the long range game? We can play that. Tell me what has more range, your spear or my watery Kamehameha? Answer me that and stay fashionable. Alright. So right now the run is going just fine. I'm hoping that it continues to go fine, but the way that things have been going for this game lately, I'm not 100%. Prevents burn status? I don't know about that. This could lead into the Unicorn Disguise again. I seem to get the Unicorn Disguise a lot. If for no other reason, I'll buy it because it's fun, but if it turns out that it's not going to lead to anything interesting, then I will just drop it. The Unicorn Tail actually doesn't do anything outside of being a piece for the Unicorn Disguise, so if it ends up not being that helpful, oh well, no skin off my back. Yeah, that's nice, Darksage, but you were saying something about platform holders, right? Yeah, so for whatever reason, Sony's vetting process for what they allow on their digital storefront is ridiculous. Like, why do them... Oh, I think I remember the name of that game that I'm having a hard time pronouncing. Some of you will have already gotten it, but I think it's like Free Range Gakduin something or another. It's shit. That's all you really need to know. It's absolute shit. Like, I look at the animation and whatnot for that game, and I go, someone really had way too much fun in Microsoft Paint when they were making this. But I mean, it's one of those weird case studies. There's like lore to the game, and someone clearly put some work into it, even if it wasn't very much. I mean, make no mistake, the game looks like, you know, charcoal fried buttocks on a hot afternoon, but they put a lot of work into the lore for that game, even if none of it makes any sense. Alright, so we've got the double beam buzzsaw setup going on right now. And you know what? I am okay with that. These spells definitely make me feel at home. These are the spells that I like to take with me. They are my tried and true spells that get me through any situation. Ow. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to sell the limited edition robe to Kremire. There's a little bit too much that I can get to happen with that I think would make for a very good synergy if I can find it. There we go. Good dodges. Now, one thing that I do have to openly admit about the rock and roll spell is that even though I really like the spell, it's not the most damaging of things in the world, and I have to come to grips with the idea that as a signature, it's a little lackluster. At least against bosses. Against mobs, it does just fine. Against bosses, it's kind of have to hit them with more than one of the saws to really make it worthwhile, so I guess my recommendation for that is try to hit them in a diagonal direction. Don't just hit them straight on. Okay, I don't have fire and I only have one lightning spell. So actually, so what I can do is go Distortion Beam, Bolt Rail, and then if I find another Electric Arcana, just say I happen to find one laying around on the ground somewhere, or find a really cheap one that I can buy, then I can open that up. Alright. But to finish off the topic that I was on, I really feel as though Sony is just playing with fire because they know that they're the most popular platform right now, which, considering how quickly the Switch has been selling out, is in contention right now. But they've pretty much had a good thing going since the PlayStation 2 era. Then they bundled it up with the PlayStation 3 because, hey, let's be fair, they haven't exactly been console platform holders for very long, so they were bound to get something wrong. But now in the PS4 era, they know that they've got a lot going for them, so I get the feeling that they've kind of gotten drunk on their own popularity and are currently currently holding up in their studios in Japan, just sniffing their own farts. We will buy Dragon Arc. And see, now I can actually open up that chest. It's just going to happen in a different way, and I will upgrade that as well. So let's reset the chest. So now we can open it up with that, and that. Sweet, and Puffy Parka. See, now what I really want to see is the Crimson Clover show up, because now I've got essentially a kind of a backwards synergy going on with Puffy Parka and the Crimson Clover, where if my enemies make use of that enhanced critical hit rate, I just evade the attack. So that is a good guess. I just need something else to make it really work out well. That was smart. What do we have here? Oh, hello, Sparking Sprite. How are you? I know you wouldn't be very effective on this level, but on the next one... There's already some people going, okay, Dark Sage, we get it, you like fairies, but is it really worth spending the money for the Sparking Sprite? Hey, Etra is a good fairy. She's very good at what she does. That's an electric fairy that I can get behind. And, you know, that actually leads me into a fun little segue, since we haven't been able to play our usual D&D games for a while. But that doesn't mean that I can't talk about things related, and a while back, yeah, I am going to pick up Sparking Sprite, by the way. A while back, this is one of my earlier characters that I designed, but go with me on this. I'm just going to share a little story of a character that I designed. So I wanted to design a very interesting sort of support character, someone to help out my main characters in their endeavors, in a way that, you know, wasn't just I'm super powerful, watch me blow up a planet. Okay, maybe not blow up a planet, but you get the idea. So I designed a character who has a very useful ability, Crimson Clover! Oh my goodness, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Why did I say it like that? Probably because I'm a very strange person. I get the feeling you're a very lonely man, Dark Sage Walker. Well, you'd be right about that. Alright, this run is popping off now, and I am happy to see it. So, what I wanted to do was create a character that had powerful support abilities, but wasn't necessarily a super powerhouse in her own right. So I designed a fairy character who... Hold on, I gotta try not to die because of their stupid seekers. Oh, I think you're hot stuff with your spark array, huh? Alright. So what I designed was a character that, and I didn't have a reason for why she would have these abilities right away, but I wanted to design someone who, no matter what the situation was, she could always see the truth. So it's hi, Cecil bird. I think he's just reacting right now because I'm talking so much, so he's just like, I want to get in on the conversation. Like, I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm pretty sure you don't know the impetus behind my character creation. Just saying. So my thought was, okay, oh my goodness, we even have Seville here. There we go, look at that. Oh my goodness, this run is popping off. Now I just need to, you know, not suck. And see if my most recent play sessions are anything to go by. That's the part that I've been having problems with. So what I designed was someone who would just have, like, alright, just a little bit more background. The version of Dungeons & Dragons that my friends and I play are essentially a super reworked version of 2nd edition. But regardless, anyone who's played Dungeons & Dragons will probably... And this is what I meant by not sucking. This is... Rooms like this have been traditionally just destroying me. I don't know if it's because I suck or if it's okay, what is going on here? Where did all that come from now? I must have aggroed the enemies from this room. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Like, everything was going so well, then all of a sudden the game said, haha, bitch. I do like the idea of Hunter Stiletto. But I don't think any of my moves are going to do that. I only have one Cursed Relic, but that's still a cooldown improvement. 6.25, so there are times in which that will be helpful. Alright. So the character I designed, getting back to that, I wanted to have essentially the innate true seeing, so she can always see the truth. She's not fooled by illusions, she's not fooled by people just hiding in the shadows, she can always see things. So as I was coming up with that idea, I started thinking, so what would someone like this be? What would someone be with, or what would they be like, I should say. I'm sorry, my English is terrible today. I apologize for that. What would someone be like having been born with the ability to always know the truth? Like, would they see it? Would it be a huge blessing for them? And I started thinking about it, and what if you just always knew someone's deepest secrets? Like, what if you could always see what they were really thinking? Like, would the ability to always see the truth be a good thing? And it led me to think, okay, so she has this ability that at the time I was thinking, is this something that she was blessed with? Is it something that she was cursed with? And what I ended up deciding upon is that it's something that she was cursed into having. This is someone who they can't be deceived. They can see things that others can't. So predators, hunters, whatnot, they can't sneak up on her. She's infrequently fooled by lies. Like, this character lives in this constant state of there's nothing that can be hidden from me. Which, yeah, that sounds cool when you think about it just on a very base level. But would that always be a good thing? Like, would you want it? Like, if you could always know what was on someone's mind, you could always see, you know, a hidden object, would you want to? And it led me to think, this is probably a curse, actually, or at least the person that cursed her, and it wasn't her, but her family that was cursed. she probably sees it as just that, a curse. Nice evade. That Puffy Parka is doing work. Why do y'all want me to change my dash? I like my dash. Stop. So, what she is someone who ends up being just very afraid of the world, very afraid of the sorts of things that people do, that people want, because she can see their hidden desires. Like I said, she has true seeing as a curse, and it goes just a little bit beyond. It goes just a little bit beyond no hidden objects and whatnot. She can. Oh, that was not smart. Okay, we're back. There we go. Sorry, I had to go a little radio silent to not get owned by that room. So her perspective on it is the world looks very scary to her because without her knowledge of what's going on, she's in the position where people can't hide their desires from her, and this leads her into seeing things that she, let's be real honest, probably doesn't necessarily want to see. She's probably seen some really dark stuff. She's gotten to see some people's desires, both of her own society and from other societies. She sees predators hiding in the dark, and my guess would be she's probably not super comfortable with it. So when I designed this character that I wanted to be like this incredible support character, what I ended up creating is someone who, in all reality, is kind of a coward. She's always looking to others for support. She's trying to understand things. Go away. Like she may be used to what her true seeing is showing her, but she doesn't always like it. Hello, what do we have here? That doesn't help. That helps. So Permafrost Cube will also add a chance for me to freeze enemies, which is now making me wish I had picked up that Hunter Stiletto. But regardless, we still have a great setup here. And I kind of accidentally built Ranged Attack City here, but oh well. So, this is a character who is not necessarily based around being powerful. This is a character that is based on support. And later on in her career, once she learned to basically understand and get over her fears of the things that she was seeing, this is someone who later on picked up abjuration spells to help out by creating shields and boosting defense. So on top of her true seeing, she can also like drop force fields and lay out happy time barriers and whatnot. So the Puffy Parka Crimson Clover combo, God, that's a tongue twister. Say that a few times fast. Puffy Parka Crimson Clover combo. Aha! Now available for $5.99 at your participating Sonic's drive-thru. But just over time, the character grew from just I have true seeing to she has this complex personality where she's a little bit braver than she used to be, sure, but that doesn't mean that everything is hunky-dory. Like, because she gets so sometimes the true seeing gets overbearing for her. And keep moving, just keep running. It will be over soon. Whew. Alright, that was stressful. It's tempting, it really is. I think I am going to take it. And do I want that potion now? I'm thinking I do not. I'm going to save it. We'll probably end up using it on the next floor. Anyways, so as time went on, she started to get more and more used to... And first of all, she found friends. She learned that just because people have these... sometimes have hidden desires or ringtones that they forget to silence before they start a video, that it doesn't mean that people always want the worst for her, and that they're always looking for something, for some sort of hidden thing. Oftentimes, it's just things that people think about, but don't always act upon. You're about to jump. Very good. So many critical hits. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. Alright. Why did I do that? That was not a stone wall, that was an archway. Alright, what do we got here? No. No. If I find the core for the perfect time crystal, then I'll come back and grab the volatile gemstone, but... Oh, look at that Puffy Parka just continuing to do work. Oh, apparently I hadn't finished this room. Rogues and archers and arrows and knives! Good lord, this room is annoying. Alright, cool, got it. Alright, once again, I got lost in focusing on not getting trampled to death, you know, by big giant oozy ghoul monsters. Owie. Oh, how dare you! Alright, now I'm okay again. Sorry. Sorry, sister. Nothing I want here. I think I have what I'm gonna need. I love that spell. That's another spell I should probably just take with me more often. It does good work, and I don't know why I don't take it with me more. Probably for the same reason I don't take Mock Stunner all the time, because I want to show off other spells. Give people good ideas for builds that they can run, you know, assuming that they're playing this game. But to be fair, I know a few people that are playing this game. I have a buddy who actually just started a started up a channel on Twitch who, I mean, he's mostly playing Terraria right now, but he was definitely playing this game. So, if you are watching this video, hi pal, you know who I'm talking about. Now that I've mentioned someone, now I better not fail this. Yeah, sure. Better not fail this run now, it'll just be embarrassing. That Starkey Parachute is going to come in very helpful. But Dark Sage, you don't have enough to afford the health potion now. I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to need the health potion at this moment in time. Owie. There we go, that was a good fight. And actually, yes, I can afford the health potion. Am I going to need it? I don't know, but better safe than sorry. So, with this character, what's kind of happened to her as time has gone on is that she's found friends, of course, that help her out with managing her fears and anxieties. But she's also found other coping mechanisms, which this might sound like a really negative thing, especially considering that I know you want to be the center of attention, Riku, but you're just going to have to be patient. Okay, that was awful. There we go. Alright, done. Come on, birds, be nice. No, outside of just having friends that she can talk to about her problems, she's found other ways to cope with her fears and anxieties. And as I said, it's going to sound a little negative, especially considering that I'm talking about a fairy, but but one of the ways that she does it, and the reason why I say this is a very interesting progression for the character is because not all methods of character progression, and this is true both of characters in Dungeons and Dragons and frankly of humans as well, is she's turned to some bad habits, and in this case she's found that she kind of likes Fey wine maybe a little bit more than she should. Dark Sage, is that really healthy, designing a character who is a Sylvan alcoholic? Well, and again, it's one of those things where not every coping method that someone turns to is necessarily positive. That's just one that she ended up turning to because of not only the company that she keeps, which, by the way, the company that she keeps is not necessarily alcoholic, they just like to go out and have a lot of fun, so she finds it easy to use that as a coping mechanism, even though she knows she shouldn't. Okay, stop dodging around me like a weirdo. Okay, stop. And there goes Sura. Good. After a bunch of bad runs, I kind of feel like I'm back on my feet now. It's interesting that it ended up happening with basically me jumping back into my comfort zone, but hopefully that'll give me the confidence to jump into a more untraditional run next time. Yes, 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 Insignia of Legend, you know, I'm the best, because of course I am. But we all know this already, everyone knows I'm the best. Oh, shameless self-plug. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, you enjoyed getting to hear me talk some more about my characters and character design inspirations. And like I said, sometimes when a character evolves, it's not always in what one would call a purely positive direction. But the reason why I think that works so well for the character is because first of all, it gives her a flaw to work with. And no, I'm not one of those people that's against anything positive happening to a character. But it gives her a flaw to work with, and the character evolution for her also comes with the added bonus of giving her more to work through just as a person. It makes her a more three-dimensional character, and she's one of my favorites because of it. And she's not even super powerful. She's a coward. She's a cowardly character that likes to hide behind her big buddies. She likes wine. She likes sandwiches, and it just, like I said, she's just interesting. One of these days I would like to play the character, but it would be knowing that she is a character that is not going to be great in combat. She's there almost strictly to support others. So, anyway, I'm rambling a little bit too long on the victory screen, so I apologize, but again, thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, do all the fun YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in a future video. My name is Darksage Walker, and I will be seeing you